Okay, we're live. Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrew. I don't want to work anymore. And we trade the Nasdaq. And I got a little strategy I made here. And we trade ICT's first presented fair value gap. And at the top of the screen, we see we got 300 trading days, 458 wins, 392 losses, a winning percentage of 53.9%. Total points is 12,295 as of, I think I updated this Monday or Tuesday. And average points per day is 41. So pretty profitable and easy strategy to trade. We just enter in on the first fair value gap and we're allowed 2 losses. So if we get stopped out, we just enter again on the next fair value gap after getting stopped out. That's it. Pretty easy. There's a video in the description box below, and we'll get into the charts here. We are about 7 minutes before the market opens, and we had a huge day yesterday, and yeah, started off a little bit slow. We consolidated quite a bit in the morning. Where was that price action now? It was here. Where we chopped around a little bit. I got one little loss, and then I took a long, looking to take out London's high, which we did, and then we moved into this fair value gap and just dropped right off, which would have been actually both the 2022 model and the silver bullet model would have got you into this. So good morning, guys. I got a feeling today you will do great with your strategy. Yeah, I think you're right. I think today is going to be bullish. I think we're going to have a sweep of these relatively equal lows here. And then, well, we could have already swept these lows and then just rocket up. But on the 1 hour chart here, I am looking to take out this high. And maybe we're going to be in a bullish market once again. I think once we break these highs, we're going to have to come back and kind of retrace into here. But no big deal. We'll be back off to the races. So we'll see. Do we make a double top here? Or are we going to just keep going to the upside? Could be a pretty big day. But yesterday, man, if you caught that drop there, and then even in the afternoon again, pretty good price action. Even this leg right here, you would have done great with the strategy if you were able to time it. But this was great. I wasn't on the charts, but we took that high there at London, and then we traded a little bit higher into this fair value gap. And then it was a inverted fair value gap here. And it was the only inverted fair value gap, actually. Anyway, it was somewhere around here. I tried getting into a couple other trading platforms last night. I tried Webull. I tried back into Interactive Brokers, and no success. I don't think Webull does what's it called, futures in Canada. So what are you going to do? I got to just figure out Interactive Brokers. I think that's the deal. What else we got? My backtest showed Thursday as the worst day to trade. What do you think? Which days are best and worst? I think you are... I have not tried IG markets yet. It wasn't on the list of brokers for Canada, but I did not forget about IG markets, but I will check. I think you're right, Raghav. I think Thursday is the worst day for this strategy, but don't get me wrong. I think, well, let's find out. I think there's been some very good Thursdays. Look at this Thursday, April 24th, 357 points. Not bad. Let's check out some other Thursdays. Minus 150. Thursday, 298. Thursday, 34. Thursday, 365. Thursday, 6. Thursday 234, Thursday 52, Thursday 243. You know, are you gonna not? Yeah, AMP. I tried to open an account with AMP as well, and I think same thing as well. They don't allow futures for Canadians. So I think I'm stuck with Interactive Brokers. Thursday minus 107, Thursday minus 60, Thursday minus 904, Thursday 47, 70. It's tough to say. Maybe it depends on the season, it depends on the month. So that's the other thing I'm going to start doing is going through these numbers and seeing which months are stronger than others. And maybe there's correlation too with seasonality. So Thursday 12. I haven't seen any big losses for a Thursday. 301, 107, minus 61. I don't know. Oh well. We're just going to trade. We got him 1 minute before the market opens. I am bullish today. I would like to come down first. Oh, and what is the new day opening gap? Just for reference here. 1 minute chart. Regular trading hours. 19,979. 19,979. Wow. What's way down there? 979. Right about there. Orange. Okay. Here it goes. Hope you guys had a great night. Good luck trading today. I'm feeling pretty pumped. Glad to have you guys. %50 gap. That will put us down into this fair value gap down here. 19,979. About how many points is that? 19,979. 170 points ish. Yeah, no future for Canadians. That's right. We'll just have to stick with hockey, I guess. Any hockey fans? Who's watching the playoffs? Oh, also, I'm going to look up this video here real quick. Another one of those ICT rants I listened to yesterday, and he gave away something, like he just sprinkles in these little things every once in a while, and I don't know if it wasn't in the lecture series. It was ICT Twitter space. Time-based setups and models. I'll put it in the chat. And that was on the ubiquity channel. Okay. Is that a gap? She's very small. If it is. Let's see if we can see it a little bit better. Yeah, it's very small, but it's there. But we just swept both these lows. I'm looking for longs. And we could come 50% into this. Why is this orange? It should be pink. Back to ICT and his rant. He was talking about basically the silver bullet is the 2022 model. Also, he says the silver bullet is just a continuation of what London does. So if London is bearish, or if we're bearish coming out of London, basically we are just retracing back up and taking out a short-term high before continuing lower. So that was the little tip he gave away about the silver bullet. So you have to be bearish or bullish to act in that opposing direction for the silver bullet. And we got a fair value gap here. And I'll wait for an inversion of that. What do we have here? This is a 1 hour chart. Never seen hockey, huh? Man. Morning, Ken. Cricket. I don't know if I've ever played cricket. What's everybody looking for? Is everybody bullish today? Bullish, yes. Uh-oh. I don't think it's going to let me trade. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I got to close this. I think I'm screwed. CMC Markets is not working as usual again, and probably on the day that my strategy is going to work. Come on. What? Let's go. Don't mess with me now. You know, I don't like. I should try on TradingView. I like how here on CMC Markets I can put the three positions individually. I thought on TradingView, like, doesn't it average in your position? Like, 1 minute, electronic trading out. Yeah, it averages it in, and I wasn't crazy about that. Trading panel, paper trading, connect. We'll try it for fun, but you know. And it also makes it harder for so you gotta, like, if you want to sell a position at a time, yeah, it's just a little bit different. That's all. Electronic trading hours. London low is 20,124. Did we take out London? 20,124, is that right? $20,124. $20,124. Yeah, so we swept London. Here comes an inversion. This is brutal. I'm getting ready to go along. Going in on that aversion after we slept or swept London. London's low was right here. Let's see here. took away, as soon as I wanted to put the Fibonacci on, it took away my new day opening gap. It's very weird. You went short with the strategy, even though you were bullish. Yeah, this fair value gap down here still freaks me out. Like we have possibility to still come down in here and taking out this low before going higher, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty happy with my plan so far. I want to play with that ICT, basically what he was talking about. Let's go here. So the 9 o'clock candle basically goes from 9 to 10. 9 to 10. The high would be here. It got swept, so it'll be a little bit harder. So that high was just outside. There was one fair value gap here, another one up there. But we did trade up into this one. Silver bullets at 10 a.m. So you basically trade the first fair value gap after 10 a.m. So, sorry, you have to mark out the low between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. The low and the high. So you got the low here and you got the high here, and whichever one gets taken first, you're now looking for a reversal and then into a fair value gap. So you can either like come up and then down and then back up into a fair value gap before continuing lower, or in this case, as you can see, it just went up into this fair value gap, inverted and went down. So he basically said like any fair value gap, and I don't remember where I seen him say that. Oh, I got taken out. So far, Raghav's on side. Probably adding a second position. And now I'm just full of regret for not just trading my model, just jumping on the first fair value gap, no matter which way it goes. And if I just did that, then we would have got in. I would have got in here. $122. About 50 points in. Stop loss was above the entry, so no. Gotcha. It's so close. See, in my back testing, I would have probably. Yeah. Sometimes I allowed it, sometimes I didn't. I think early on when I first started back testing, I wouldn't allow this. But then as I started forward testing it and live, I actually would enter on that one. I guess where would I have entered? This candle. Yeah, so that's anyway. I made my bed. So I'm just gonna have to watch price go without me and look for a reversal. Entry price is 21.13. 21.13. That's quite the difference. Were you late on your entry? Did you get in on this candle? The low of this candle is 20,061. This one is 20,061. So we just tapped below it by a tick. So that would be a sweep. Close to the 61% retracement. $20,061.25. Oh, it's not a sweep. It's just shy of a tick. Opening of 934 candle. Yeah, that's quite a difference, eh? My price is 20,122. MNQ chart in TradingView. So mine says the closing price of this one is 20,122. I don't know if I have that data. Let's see. There's no fair value gap here in TradingView. This is a 1 minute chart. What's up with that? Do you not have a fair value gap here? What's happening? Like, that's pretty clear to me. You have a fair value gap at 932. Why don't I? This is so weird. I'm getting ready for a long again. MNQM. So weird. So what chart is better? Should we be using the micro chart, or should we be using, like, this would get us into less entries, obviously, if that fair value gap doesn't exist, right? So then this would be the first presented fair value gap. Which would be this guy right here. Yeah, probably. I'm wondering why that, maybe that's why my trading performance isn't the same as my back testing. Because on the E-mini it's not there, but on the micro it is there. So it's like getting you into trades that you probably shouldn't be in. Stopped out, break even, went long. Okay. Or it's like maybe on my platform here, or between these guys, this gap, you got to measure it, and maybe your fair value gap has to be a minimum of a certain distance for you to trust it. That's quite possible too. 955 candle. $9.55. This candle here for my stop loss. I have it below this. I'm going off of the inversion fair value gap. That's what I entered in on. And that's why I have my stop below him. And yeah, I guess he could have been safe here, but now with this fair value gap, I feel better about moving it up. It's just because I was so early. That's the way I look at it. So that could go, yeah, you can go there now. Okay, off to the races. Let's go higher. Yeah, I gotta measure these gaps. I gotta know how big are they. Yeah, 2-point stop loss or fair value gap. I guess just not big enough. How big is this one? Six points, 6.5 points. Yeah, so you gotta, I guess, wait for something a little bit bigger to be sure. I think that'll be the next rule. I gotta measure them out. When you're zoomed in, it can look way bigger. Moving a lot slower than I'd like today. Let's see the silver bullet. Let's see if we can mark it out. So between, let's see here. This would be the high-ish. And then the low. So you would wait for one of these to get swept, and then you would look for a reversal either from a fair value gap to go in the opposite direction or an inverted fair value gap, or both. So if we trade it up to here, and he's suggesting it just keeps doing what London did, we would just be doing a short retracement here and then continuing lower. Which is possible, I guess. Looks like it would take some time, but it has to happen before 11 o'clock. So basically you got maybe 10 o'clock, an hour for it to get up here and sweep and turn around. So it also suggests that maybe this low is not safe, and we can still sweep him and then continue higher again. Yeah, not great price action so far. Kind of doing this consolidation, but no. What day was that? Yesterday or today? $830 jobless claims. That's long. That's over. That's a long time ago. Did they close it today? Like just now? What prop firm was that? That's what I'm talking about. These prop firms. Look at this. Stopped out. There's two losses. 10 after. Well, what do you think? ICT's silver bullet right now. We just swept the low. Yeah, for sure. We swept that low. This inverted fair value gap is invalid now. We don't really have any IFVGs here, except this guy up here. Raghav doesn't want to publicly call out the prop firm. I will. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll shame these guys. But they just make their own rules, man. Like, oh man, that makes me so mad. You put all that work in, you're not even finished, and they just said, nope, sorry. There's a fair value gap right there. And then a reversal. I think, you know what? I'm going to go one more time. And this one's going to be super low risk. IFVG would be right here. It's only 20-point stop loss. Nothing's bullish about this chart for me to fight it. I think that's how I got in trouble the other day, going on tilt. You know what? I'm just wrong. It's not bullish today. That's it. And it's 2 losses. And I should have listened to my model and taken a short here. Would have taken a short right there. Stop loss would have been right here. And then I would have taken another entry based on which gap. Is there a gap in here? There's a gap in here, but that stop loss would be there. So it would be basically this fair value gap here. I would have entered there. And we'll just make our stop red. And I would have moved that whole stop loss to here. So position 1 would be in profit. And yeah, just wrong. This is why that's what's nice about the strategy. You don't have to think, you just do it. and you allow yourself to be wrong twice. And that's it. So Trump speaking news was not in their dashboard, so I traded, but news is in Forex Factory. Oh, news is in Forex Factory, but it's not in it's not in Econo Day. Anyway, sorry, my dude. We will try again tomorrow. You guys have a great day, and yeah, don't hurt yourselves. Look for a reversal. Maybe take out these lows. I don't know. Talk to you guys tomorrow.